everybody, welcome back to the Inhabitmars channel. Hope everybody's having a great day. Um, Today we're going to go back to this video that Chris did, best proof yet of a past civilization on Mars. And this is where the Spirit Rover, I just want to make sure, the last time I recorded I stayed on one image. I forgot to switch over to the live images. Sorry. Um, This is the last one. It's either the last image or one of the last images that the Spirit Rover took, and it just where it got stuck in the sand. So this is the image here. Make sure I flip over. There we go. All right, we're on the image now, and this is the one we've been working on. It's got some pretty cool stuff in there. I didn't even notice that. I had to take a closer look at that. Just in this image, I mean, you can already see this is the original image here. You can already see some interesting features in here, like this looks like decayed wood, and these are metal plates. We modeled some of these things. This tool we modeled. Oh, since I forgot about the helmet in the last one, this interesting rock here really has the shape of like a helmet. I'm going to move that to the center of the screen. So I'll show you that a little better in the cleaned up image. But the ones that I really want to look at, and once again, now this is the original image. There we go. Are right here. Now this thing, it's really small if you see in comparison with the rover. So it's really small, but it actually looks like, and you'll see this better once I show you the cleaned up image, there's a control lever here, a control lever here. There may be one over here, one here, and maybe some gauges or something right here, some sort of bumper or something on the front. And then we have this panel piece here, right here, and then this cone, which actually repeats in the image, and I don't know if you can see it in the original, but in the cleaned up image you can definitely see it. Are you able to see it? Not really. I won't be able to find it, of course, since I'm looking for it. Okay, so that's the original image, and it's pretty decent. So let's go now to the enhanced image. Oops, if I click on the right one. And this here is the same image, just cleaned up and enhanced. So you can see this piece here that we modeled, we looked at in the last video, and this one. And this little tool right here. So that looks pretty cool. And then, oh, where'd you get those? And then the piece of wood with the metal plates on it. We'll look at those. Now, I did get this one modeled. This is one of the ones I just modeled. Thank you, baby. And then let's take a look at this little control panel before we go into Blender. Okay, so here's a control panel. Now, this thing's pretty cool. You can see what looks like a lever right here. There's definitely one here. There's like a T-shaped one here. And then it's ghosted out so bad you can't really see it, but it looks like another one of these levers over here, although pushed forward. And then it has this round, see this thing, like a hook where you would hook to something right there, and there may be one. I put it in the middle, but there may be one on this side, and obviously you wouldn't be able to see the one on the other side. So I'll show you what that looks like. Here's this panel right here that we're going to look at with the slot right here. It's another smaller slot on both sides, and then this cone. I don't know if these are traffic cones or what they are, but there's a few of them in the image. Okay, am I going to be able to find you now? Always when I look for stuff, I think, yeah, it's going to be easy to spot again. But if not, I've got it in the model. I think they're over on this hill. I don't want to waste too much time, so if I don't find it, I'll show it to you in Blender. Oh, come on, they were right. I know there's one. There's also a separate one on this side. Where are you? All right, let's not waste too much time. Probably looking straight at it. All right, so let's go over to Blender. I'll just show it to you in Blender. Okay, so here's the same scene here. I'm going to show you right now where those cones are. There we go. Okay, so it's the same scene. Let's make sure I only get that, this, and this. Grab on the Y. There they are. Okay, so these three are actually the same as this one down here. All right, so I'm going to show you these first. And so as you can see it here, and then I'll show you the one that has more detail. There's one here, and this may be a third one. It looks like it has the same shape, especially on that bottom part. All right, and it's completely in shadow for whatever reason. But these are pretty cool. This is kind of the shape they have. And what they are, I don't know. Like I say, I just call them traffic cones because I really don't know. But let's go down here to the one that has more detail in it because it's closer. And these things are pretty small. They're right behind the rover. So what are they? I don't know. But here's the cone. There you go. That's it right there. And you can see the shape that it has. And see that right there? So what it is, I don't know. And then same with this panel. What I think is something got destroyed right here. And these are just all the pieces that are left. There's this piece here. And I think this needs to come more to a rounded section at the top of this. You'll see in the image here. If I show you, see that right there? It looks like it might need to be rounded instead of square, but I made it square. And then it's got these ridges in it on the ends. All right, that's what those look like. And then this piece, here you go. There's one lever right there. That would be this one. Looks like another one right there. There's one right here which might have a T handle on it. And then there was one, it was so ghosted out, it was hard to make out. And I'm not 100% certain that there's one on that other side, but I would imagine there are. And then there's these sections right here which look like it could be gauges or something, and there might be some switches in here or smaller levers also. So the gauges are just conjecture, but this is what this object would look like. There we go. Now you can kind of see what we're looking at here. And once again, don't mind the gauges. I just needed to put something there because it looks like there was something there, which had kind of a rectangular or square shape to it. If it is a control panel, I would imagine it is, those are gauges or something. All right, that's that piece there. And it has this like eye hook on the end. Can you see that? See that right there? And looking at it, it actually looks like there could be one other lever right here. So it's got this like bumper on the front. I'm not sure I have it exactly right. I think there should be a lip on the front of it that raises up. You kind of see that in the image here. See how it looks like it's raised up? That should go around, and it might actually be separated in the middle, but I wasn't 100% certain, so I kind of threw that on there like that. And that's what that looks like. I'm gonna do it on time. Okay, the parts I almost left out. Now we looked at this, what Chris called the helmet, and he could be right. I kind of think it is, and that's what I modeled it as. But there you go, and the texture's still not perfect, but you get the idea. It's got these lines streaming through this way. It's got a ridge around it. It looks like it's caked up with some mud or something here, but look at that. That's a definite 90-degree turn from where this part comes down to this part is like a 90-degree turn, and it's got a hexagonal shape. On this side alone, you can see 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then you'd have 4, and then there would be 5, and then obviously you can't see it. On the other side would be 6. So there you go. That's what that kind of looks like. I don't know if it's hollow in the middle, obviously, but that's what that looks like. Okay, we looked at this wood, which I still haven't fixed the texture on the wood. It looks all right, but this is all procedural. This is not even an image texture, it's just procedural. I'm working on trying to get better at these procedural materials. We looked at this tool. I'll show it again because it's kind of cool. But there you go. Look at that thing. Looks like it's got slots for fingers. And then it's got this head on it. And then it's got this piece, which might be a trigger or something. I don't know. But this is what it looks like. Move it to the center of the screen here. You can see the ridge lines in where the head attaches. This looks like some sort of handle. So we looked at that one in the last one, but it's cool enough to look at it again. Okay, this is the piece that I got. We looked at this piece and this piece already. This one I forgot to mention, but it's just a basic shape. All right, and this is thinner on this end here, and it's wider on this back piece. That's kind of what that one looks like. But we looked at this one down here. I haven't figured out this one yet. I don't know exactly what that one is. But this piece, I could tell. Oh, I forgot to put it back after the last one. But that's okay. We're going to look at it right now. Check out this piece. It's got this rod that comes down, a square tube, into the back of it. It's got this metal plate here. It's got this hook thing right here. Let's move over a little bit. And then it's got this one where, well, it'd actually be the other way, but these tines on this side would be longer than these. And that one sits at an angle. I think it pivots. I think these metal plates are to allow it to pivot. So I think this is what it pretty much looks like. But yeah, I think something was definitely destroyed in this area. What it is, I don't know. I mean, maybe several things were destroyed. Nothing says it has to only be one object that was destroyed. You've got something here. It's so dark I can't make it out. How are we doing on time? Oh, 15 minutes. So that's pretty much what I got. These things are what I call the intake manifolds. Once again, it's just a guess at what they are, but this is kind of what they look like. This is the shape that they have. Like I said in the last video, I think I need to redo this one because it looks like these ridges go down, almost like, your fingers would go right there to grasp it or something. So I don't know what the material is either, but in one video we did, they were very reflective and they looked like chrome. I want to get into this piece. Hopefully, if we continue with this model, I'll get into some of the other pieces that are in here. But that pretty much covers the major pieces. Oh, almost forgot this one. This one was one that Chris talked about in his video. Okay. This seems to be hollow right here, and it's got these two rods sticking out. This one is bigger than this rod, and it seems like another one of those quote-unquote intakes sitting on top of it facing the other direction. I went ahead and shaded this one darker because it's not as reflective as this piece here. So I put just I didn't put the chrome metal on it, just a shiny metal on it. And there might be another rod over here. I can't tell. This thing is sitting behind a little ridge. There's a little ridge, and then this edge here is actually up against the ridge, and there's actually another piece right here, but I can't tell you what this is. I think that this is all one piece, and it slopes down, and then it goes straight and then bends back up like this, like raised wings or something. Now, this right here looks like obfuscation. I say that because it's just like it's blurred, like they spot blurred right here. But I don't understand why they would just spot blur this one little spot. So it could actually be dust covering it. It just looks very strange for dust. When you really get into it, it looks like spot blurring. Okay, so I don't know, unless there was stuff in here that they really didn't want you to bring out. It's either dust, but if it is, it comes up onto this piece right here. You can see that right there. So it comes all the way up to right about here on this object, and I don't know. It's like, wow. So either something was there they really didn't want you to see, because I don't know why they want you to see the rest of this, but for whatever reason, yeah, they didn't want you to see that. By the way, here's what these rods look like, and they're kind of flanged out at the ends. This one obviously is bigger, so it's got more of a flange on the end. And they go up in there, how far? I don't know. It's almost as if this should have been connected to something, and it was broken off of something. Like these would be the rods that go in, and then you'd bolt them down on the end. So I don't know, but that's what it looks like. Let's see, can I get back? There we go. So I don't think there's anything else to show. Oh, yeah, almost forgot about this. This looks like an upside down number 1. There you go. Look at that. It's got this little ridge that comes out, and it's actually lower than this edge. That's what that looks like. So what that is, once again, I don't know. But that's the shape it has. So I think, like I said, I think either one or multiple objects were actually blown up in this area, and maybe they risked going into this area and actually wound up getting the rover stuck because they saw very significant pieces in here. And these are tiny, tiny pieces. You can see the size of the rover compared to these pieces. And of course, we don't know how far off this stuff is in the background, but seeing how probably the rover came down this way, I wouldn't imagine this is very far. This stuff that's here is definitely really close. I mean, you could take 1 or 2 steps, reach down and pick these objects up. It'd be, maybe this big right here would be that control panel or whatever. So, but all right, guys, listen, have a great day. I was in the chat yesterday, the live chat on Mars Anomalies, and I responded a little bit, but I was in and out, cooking dinner and helping the wife get ready for work and everything. So I was able to spend more time in the chat yesterday, which was great. but I still was in and out. So I chatted a little bit. If I missed anybody in the chat, if you message me in the chat, if I didn't respond, don't take it personally. I wasn't ignoring you. I just was in and out, and I was trying to catch up on reading. The chat usually goes pretty fast in there, so trying to keep up. I wish they had a button that you could press to it would show anything directed towards you. But I don't know how to do that if there is. So, all right, you guys have a great one. Don't forget, if you like the work we're doing, please, if you haven't subscribed, of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way you're notified anytime we post a video, and share this video with everyone if you like the work we're doing, especially. And give it a like. And thank you. We've got new subscribers again. So we're growing. So you guys have a great one. Thank you for the new subscribers. Share this with your friends too if they like hearing about Mars or the moon or anything related to space and science. They probably will be interested in this. We'll see you on the next video.